Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest XI. Oh, that was weird. It kind of stopped me to do in the middle of my animation to do the to make sure I knew that I got an achievement, but whatever. So yeah, in the last part we found out about this place where all of the humans that have not been killed by the forces of darkness have kind of been congregated and protected by one dude calling himself the Hero. It's an infringement of copyright, and we have to go there, tell him to cut his shit out. And we all know who it is by this fucking point. So that's where we're going off to now. We're now heading off to the Last Bastion to see who survived and to meet this hero, who is someone we know of. I won't say any more. But yeah, we have to basically make our way from the port all the way over to here. In terms of enemies, there's not really, in all honesty, there's not really... Oh god, this isn't going very well. There isn't really a reason to fight anything. They're all, I think, around about the same level that you fought them at the beginning of the game, so they're all pretty fucking weak. Unless you come across a, like a red-eyed variant. And even then, they're not that much stronger, they just give you a bit more experience. Maybe have some different drops. But it's not really worth... Holy shit, Sandy. Hi, Sandy. You're here. You're alive. That's a good boy. Alright, let's break these. Perfect panacea. And a file of Sage's Elixir, which is really useful. I think that restores 100 MP, I think. It's the strongest MP restoring item in the game, I think. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, off we go to the Last Bastion. Sorry. Which is actually built on the ruins of cobblestone. It's kind of interesting actually to see what changes cobblestone goes through. Because you see it at the beginning of the game and it's all kind of normal and stuff like that, and you know how you know when you grow up with it, and then you see it kind of destroyed, and then you have this kind of version of it where they've sort of rebuilt with all these temporary structures and stuff. It's kind of interesting that they change it up so much. But yeah, less interesting note, Gemma's alright. So yeah, Gemma's just fine, and the rest of the cobblestone and the rest of the villagers from cobblestone are just fine as well. But yeah, it's been so many hours and we're finally reunited with Sandy and Gemma.
Oh, Sandy, you're right, of course. This is the best news.
It's this kind of part, this kind of thing where you kind of wish that there was a bit more dialogue for the main, for your main character, because you don't really hear him speak because he doesn't have a voice. You don't really get to see his reaction to seeing Gemma again. Which you'd imagine, you know, it'd be quite overcome with emotion to basically see her again, having thought that she'd basically been murdered by Jasper. Sorry. Then, you know, this is kind of the problem with not having like a fully voiced kind of cast. Like the majority of the time, like to have a silent protagonist in this kind of game is kind of a little bit of a pain. But it's not too bad.
Another soldier came and told him to stop. He said there was no need to take our lives.
I wonder who that was. So yeah, basically Jasper was going to round us all up and round up all the villagers from Cobblestone. He was basically going to kill them on sight. But no. The other man, who we all know who it is, but the other man basically protected them and basically made sure that they weren't harmed in any way.
Come on. Let's
And
go
they've
see the
basically
one
just
person
been.
who'll be even happier to see you than me.
I think they said the villagers like they were in the dungeons of Heliodor Castle up to this point. So yeah, again, at this point, there's not really a lot of exploring that you can do, even though I'm going to do some of it. There's really not a lot of exploring that you can do here. The only thing I would say is that basically if you missed anything in cobblestone the first time round, then mini medal, nice. Then you'll be able to get the majority of that stuff. Like there was an item. Dude, fuck off. There's an item that you can find here behind a locked door, behind one of the red locked doors. There's an item that you can find there called the Restorative, and so you can still go and get that if you didn't get it the first time round. Although at this point in the game it's kind of pointless. It's really good for kind of, I would say, the first third of the game, but I would say that from this point onwards it's not particularly helpful. It restores, I believe, 3 HP per turn. So, you know, it's kind of useful early on that you can have that bit of a buffer. But, yeah, it's not really all that useful. And so here we go, weapons. So we can get Cypress Stick, no, good. The only ones that you can really want to look out for are the Bastard Sword, the Razor Wing, or the Night Cleaver. They're all pretty useful. The heavy armor is not all that good, but the magic shield, if you use like a single-handed sword and shield, the magic shield is actually pretty useful. It's a pretty good shield for this part of the game. So I'm going this. It's like, no, Gemma, I've got to look around. I know you want to show me someone, but I'm really excited to have a look around. But yeah, so for the two-handed broadsword, Night Cleaver is pretty good if you level it up. So if you, you know, use the oh, what's the name of it? Fuck. Well, you know, the fun size forge. If you use the fun size forge to basically level it up to +2 or +3, it's actually really fucking strong and will serve you well for the majority of the game, or nearly all the way to end game, to be honest with you. So it's kind of useful. But other than that, you don't really, again, it's probably not worth buying it just yet. Hang around for a little bit first.
So it's up to us to keep the home fires burning.
Mummy's fine. Amber's all right. She's just fine.
Hello, Gemma, love.
And what's this big news that you have to interrupt me?
Well, you're not going to believe this, but there's someone very special here to see you.
I also kind of like the fact that Amber and the other ladies here are busy doing something, kind of, you know, busy sewing garments, because it kind of shows that everybody's kind of helping each other out to make sure that everything's just fine. You know what I mean? So I kind of like that. That they're kind of shown to all be trying to do stuff for Last Bastion, which is kind of cool.
The sun vanished, and those terrible monsters appeared all over the place. Even those of us who were lucky
And
enough
again,
to
you know,
survive
it would
were
make sense
so
that Amber was
drained and
really
desperate that we almost lost the will to
upset
live.
by the fact that everybody was talking so much shit about her own son. Like, she knows that we're a good boy, and we were trying to protect the world, which she knows that, but everybody else is kind of, no, you're talking out your ass. He's a bad un, he's a wrong un. So we're gonna have to just prove him wrong.
The place you once knew as Cobblestone has become the Last Bastion, humanity's safe haven in a world beset by darkness.
Yeah, they really do. It's something that I've only just noticed, actually. They try to keep the hero's identity hidden, or like they don't like to talk about it.
Things aren't always as they seem, love.
He doesn't like, and they kind of sell it like that, but it's like, it's kind of obvious who it is. And by the way, Amber is very, very, very forgiving here. To be fair, King Cornelian was taken over by Mordegon, but still, it would be kind of difficult, I think, for anyone to kind of just forgive and forget with regards to King Cornelian and all the stuff that he's done. Ordering Cobblestone to be burnt, potentially having all of the people that live there murdered. At the end of the day, it's not him, but it must, it's that thing of, it must be difficult, because he's still got the same face, so it must be difficult to kind of just forgive and forget, and so Amber's better than most. Anyway, the next port of call, we now have to go off and we have to meet up with King Cornelian. He was here in this really fancy tent. Don't deserve this, old man. Alright. Let's talk to him and see what's going on.
So, you are alive and well, I see. You have nothing to fear. I have regained my senses at last. The living nightmare that began for me on the day of your birth.
By the way, it's kind of scary what you kind of, because it says here that basically Mordegon kind of took over him the day he was born. So we're talking about him being kind of,
I do not ask for forgiveness.
His consciousness kind of being trapped by Mordegon for like the last 17, 18 years. That's kind of ridiculous. That's kind of a really scary kind of concept. Makes you kind of feel kind of makes you feel more sorry for him at that point, I think. So yeah, how could I forget?
I recall.
Click it, there you go.
All I know is that whomever or whatever had
well, it was Mordegon taking control of him. Like I said, it's kind of difficult to to just forgive and forget, but it wasn't really him, was it? It was Mordegon who did all that shit while kind of taking over his body. Well, as the people playing the game, yes, we know that she's probably alive, but yeah, he has no idea.
He brings more survivors seeking sanctuary.
Excuse me, we were in the middle of a conversation. Know your place. The hero returns. Yeah, they really do push it until the reveal here. Alright. So now we've got to head over to the main entrance, I think. Hi, doggy. Let's go meet the hero who saved everybody. And yep, it's Hendrick. Hendrick's the one who basically saved everyone and created the Last Bastion. I kind of like that animation though on his face.
Welcome back, Hendrick. Well,
I kind of like his hear his face there, because it is a little bit of you prick. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't like you. We are not getting along, buddy. I'm telling you that much.
Men, all the signs are that our enemy will strike tonight. To arms! They shall not find us unprepared.
So yeah, we arrived at just the right time. There's going to be a big battle between the forces of darkness, those monsters, the monsters that have been sent by Mordigan, and so we're here just in time to kind of help him out with that battle.
It is time that your differences were set aside, Luminary. Mankind needs you. Hendrick needs you.
And again, I don't know if I show it off here. Let's have a look.
I can well understand the
but this is a but thou must situation. Do I show it off? Yeah. Yeah, it's like, fuck you. No, I ain't. Fuck you, King Cornelian. I'm not helping him. He's a piece of shit.
Mankind needs you. Hendrick
Yeah, so it's basically a but thou must. You have to help out Sir Hendrick at this point. You don't have any other choice. Fuck. I don't want to help him, he's a prick. But, so yeah. That's what we got to do. So that's what we're doing next. We're heading off, and we're going to be helping Hendrick to face off against the forces of darkness which are coming in our direction. What do I do here? Oh, I go back. There we go. I go back. So yeah, you can save here. The church is blown up, but we've still got a statue. And yeah, and so if you can go back there to this place here, and you can talk to Gemma, and she'll basically say, gives you a bit of dialogue, basically saying, I've always waited here for you, and I'll wait even longer, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. But anyway, that's going to be it for this part of Dragon Quest XI. Join me next time when we're going to be helping Hendrick fight the forces of evil, and hopefully we can try and bury the hatchet with old Hendrick. So yeah, see you next time.